Hello everyone, my name is Teresa and I welcome you to this new RankiaPro interview. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Fabrizio Pasta, Head of Business Development from Plenisfer, with whom we'll be talking about the company's commercial development and also about the expansion of the team. Hello Fabrizio, how are you?
Hello there. Fine. How about you? Everything okay?
Yeah, everything okay, thank you Fabrizio. Now let's start this interview since we have a lot of interesting topics to talk about. So Fabrizio, just a few weeks ago, Plenisfer announced the expansion of the business development team with two new professionals, Francesco Bencivenni, Senior Product Specialist, and also Laura Colombi, Senior Marketing Specialist. Could you please explain what is the main goal behind this team expansion?
I would say with Planisphere going through some important birthdays. I mean, the company 6 years and our flagship fund 5 years. And also the company approaching the 2 billion mark in terms of assets under management. We decided it made sense reinforcing a bit our business development slash sales and marketing effort. So we went in the market looking for professionals that could help us grow even further to, I would say, the next steps, our firm,
Mhm.
focusing on one side on distribution and on the other side of marketing, which are obviously the two most important building blocks when it comes to making a company grow.
Mhm. And at the time of Bencivenni and Colombi's appointments, you just mentioned that Plenisfer had entered a new phase of commercial development. What are the primary objectives of this phase, and what steps are you taking to achieve them?
So the first step, obviously, is we were lucky enough to have a cornerstone investor so important as General Investments. But now we need also to grow outside this perimeter. And so we needed more help and more power to be able to achieve this growth also outside of the general investment perimeter. So that was the main reason, I would say.
Mhm. Thank you very much, Fabrizio. Now, can you tell us about how the investors' needs are evolving and how is Planisphere planning to respond?
For us, what is important is to be able to look after the needs of as wide as possible in terms of investor base. So we are present in into the Italian retail market with funds which are tailor-made for Italian retail investors. We are starting to develop funds which can cater for the needs of the professional segment, which can be subdivided between wholesale and institutional. So we are trying to look after the needs of our clients and be able to provide them with the right investment vehicles. I mean, our motto is at the end of the day is delivering your goals. This is what we're trying to do with our funds and our offering.
Mhm. And just related to that, are there any new products, any new initiatives in the pipeline?
We're lucky enough, we're launching one new delegated fund next week. I think I can name who is the the retail network which will support us, which is Banca Generali. And then we have another two funds which are in the pipeline and should be launched, I would say, first quarter of 2026. I would like for these two to keep the sponsors still confidential, but they are both very big names within the wealth management Italian environment.
Fabrizio, and how do you think the product innovation contributes to the evolution of your offerings?
So we have launched 6 years with an investment process which is quite unique. We are completely detached from any kind of benchmark. We are able to invest across asset class, remaining in the liquid asset space. This makes it possible for us to navigate all the different kind of macro environments that can happen. The last couple of years have seen new trends emerging. We've seen inflation, we have seen reshoring. There's many themes which traditional long-only investors, which track benchmarks or try to beat a benchmark, are not able to provide these kind of results that should make investors happy across the cycle. We have started with a clear mission, which was to deliver equity-like returns with a limited volatility. And 5 years into the launch of our first strategy, we have delivered what we were looking to achieve. And in this kind of volatility, being unconstrained, being away from any benchmark, and being able to invest across asset classes is probably what investors are looking for. And it's also been testified by the flows, which I would say are quite happy, are quite good in terms of new assets under management.
Mhm. Thank you, Fabrizio, for all your insights. Now let's talk about Plenisfer's distribution activities and managing relationships. How you are structuring those distribution activities and managing relations with financial advisors and institutional investors.
So as I was mentioning before, we try to cater for the needs of both retail and professionals slash institutional. When it comes to retail investors, especially here in Italy, which are our number one target, we work very closely with Generali Asset Management in trying to reach as many financial advisors, as many private bankers as possible with our offering, which is very fitting to the needs of these clients. When it comes to the professional segment, so institutional investors, wholesale investors, there we try and pick and mix a bit. We go direct in certain geographies. We have the help of Generali investments in other geographies, and we also use some third-party marketeers or business introducers in specific regions where local presence is very important. I can say, I don't know, the GCC or Scandinavia. There are regions where being local and being advised and supported by independent specialists can be quite powerful, especially for a firm like ours, which is relatively small. I mean, we're not one of the huge global asset managers that have distribution forces all over the globe.
Mhm. Thank you, Fabrizio. And looking ahead, what do you see as the main drivers of Planesfer's commercial growth in the coming years?
I would say that what we are good at, which is investing across asset classes without benchmarks, can be also translated in what the markets calls carve-outs, as in just be able to tap into specific asset classes that we manage across our multi-strategy and multi-asset portfolio. So that could be in new funds. We have launched a couple of funds that just invest in fixed income. We have launched a fund which just invests in equities. Maybe we could continue this trend of carving out from our investment process good ideas only in a single asset class. And then this can happen both under the wrapper of a mutual fund, so of a fund, or separately managed accounts, which are very much in vogue at the moment. Yes, plenty of investors, especially in the US, which hand out mandates to respected investment managers just to manage on their behalf small carve-out portfolios. So rather than launching a fund, you just managed a managed account on their behalf.
Mhm. Very interesting. So, we would like to know what are the most significant challenges in developing a multi asset boutique business and how are you addressing them?
I think that that is the challenge. As in multi-asset, people don't really know how to position yourself. We are multi-asset and multi-strategy. Multi-strategy, now everybody considers it being only the multi-pod model, which is very important in the US for hedge funds. We are single manager and multi-strategy. So for us, the main issue is to pass a message which some clients are not really prepared to receive, as in we're doing something which is quite different from what they are experienced to look at. We work in what's considered the liquid alternative space, which is a bit in the middle between liquid assets, traditional long-only assets, and private markets. We're there in the middle. We are a daily liquidity hedge fund. That's what we are, which makes it quite niche to certain investors. So for us, the first challenge is the one to be seen as something which provides value added. Luckily, we have the results, we have the track record, so people are starting to accept the fact that we are a bit different from the others, but results 5 years into the first fund being launched speak for themselves. I mean, we have delivered 9% net of fees for the first 5 years. I think it's a good result, and it's an easy way for us to open doors.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Fabrizio. That was actually our final question. And on behalf of RankiaPro, we'd like to thank you for joining us today and sharing your views. We truly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks to all of the investors watching. As usual, don't forget to share this interview on LinkedIn and follow us on our social channels. See you next time.